Hello everyone, working on some Halloween jack-o'-lantern stencils. I'm going to put one together, give you an idea how I did it. I just got a bunch of old leftover plywood, cut the pieces I want. You can make them any size you want. You can see mine kind of varies there. And you could carve the faces with a jigsaw. I keep it simple. Some people use complicated tools, that's just great. You know, you can have a finer cut, but I don't have all that stuff. So I'm going to show you basically how I do it, the best of my abilities. There we go. Anyways, this is some of the leftover plywood. I already cut pieces from this. I had a lot bigger pieces, so I'm going to try to maximize what I have. And I'll basically be cutting the piece down there into the pieces I need for the walls and the top and bottom and to carve the face. I got some leftover junk over there too and some in the back. Best I can do. I have an old, what do you call it, pallet, but I don't really recommend that wood. It's kind of crappy. So, like I said, decent plywood if you have any. Whatever wood you want. After all, if you're just doing it for your house, that's great. If you're planning to sell it, I would advise maybe get some better looking wood and make some better cuts though as well. All right, these are my first 4 cuts. They're just basically a simple box. Now the one with the notch there that I cut out, that's going to be in the back where you basically got to put the little candle, the electric candle in, basically like that. So anyways, as you can see, I cut them this today. I decided to cut them 5 inches wide for the front and back, and the ones in the sides around 4 inches. Keep it simple, basically, and now we just basically going to construct a box. But before I do that, I'm going to pick this one to do a stencil of a face. You know, maybe I'll pick a face here. I'm thinking about Oogie Boogie, you know, in the Nightmare Before Christmas. So I'm going to draw it out and just show you before I cut it. I did a stencil of Oogie Boogie. I have to keep it kind of small because, again, it's 5 inch wide, so I got to be careful how I do the circle around it so I don't cut too much. But for the next thing I do now is where I'm going to cut, like here, here, here. I got to draw holes, or drill holes, I mean. Then I'm going to use my jigsaw to slowly work my way through that. It's going to be more of a challenge because the mouth's kind of small, so I'm going to see how this turns out. Okay, I drilled holes to where I want to cut, and then I used my jigsaw there basically to cut the shapes. It took my time, of course. It takes a little bit of patience because, like I say, it's a kind of a primitive way of doing it, but it came out pretty good considering. So there's Oogie Boogie. It'll be the front face of my lamp. So I'm just kind of loosely going to show you how I'm going to put it together. It's just going to be like a simple box. The side walls there. Oogie Boogie's face goes on top. You basically square it out and, you know, flush it, and glue and nails to put it together, at least the walls, and then I'll be cutting pieces for the bottom and the top. And I'm putting the box together right now. I use these penny nails. They're like 1 1/4 inches, number 8s. It's in there pretty good, but every now and then one will bends the wrong way, so just be aware of that. Anyway, as you can see, I kind of pre-nail them before I attach it. I put some glue, and then I put that on top, and then I just nail them down. So that's how it goes. All right, here's my little box so far. You can see it's hollow. Got the notch there, so I'm going to put the light in afterwards. So I'm going to cut pieces to go to the bottom and the top. Since I want the top and the bottom pieces to be bigger than the box, maybe I'll shoot for 6 inches. You can put any size you want. 6 inches in the bottom for me and 6 inches in the top. Squared, of course. And I'm going to put a separate smaller piece on there just for a little, you know, style like that. So those are the cuts I'll be making next. All right, I made my cuts from the bottom and top. They're just slightly smaller than 6 inches, only because I wanted to maximize the amount the wood I had in that section of the plywood. So that's going to go like that, basically, and this will go on top. I'll center it out, and I'm going to mark it. We'll glue it, and then I'll turn it so I can make sure I get it just right before I start putting the nails on each side. Obviously, I'll start with one, then the other. All right, got the piece top and bottom on. You know, like I said, they look kind of rough. They're not perfect, but then again, I got more simpler tools to deal with. The last piece is going to go on top, similar to, like I said, these. In this case, since this was almost 6 inches, maybe I'll do a 5-inch square, or a little less than that. We'll do 4 3/4, and see how it turns out. Nah, better yet, 4.5. I'll do 4.5. 4.5 square, that's gonna go on top. All right, Oogie Boogie's box is ready. All I have to do is spray paint it. Here's the back. You can put your little electric candle light in there or whatever lights you choose. And it should glow here at night. Well, once I install the lighting, of course. But first, the paint job. Since it's Oogie Boogie, maybe I'll paint it white this time. This one was going to be kind of Frankensteinish, that's why I painted it green. And obviously the others are self-explanatory, typical jack-o'-lanterns. So we're going to see how this works out. Well, I didn't have any spray paint, but I have some regular white paints. I applied paint with a brush, and came out pretty good. You know, it's nothing fancy, but it'll do the job. All I do is put some little lights inside it, and you know, maybe check it out and see how it comes out. There's the back part where you just stick your little T-lamp. And anyways, I'll put this along with the other ones, as you can see. There's as many as I made so far. I ran out of nails, so I'll make some more when I buy a little more of those penny nails or whatever I decide to suit. Anyways, I'll play these tonight. In other words, I'll light them up tonight just to show you what it looks like in the dark and see if you are pleased with them. All right, I bought these lamps. One of them is the T-lamp, which does a pretty good effect, but I can't seem to record it too well with this camera. It's too dim, but it does look nice. And then I bought this bright push lamp from the dollar store. They're all from the dollar store. That one's very bright, actually. Then these purple lights, just to try them out. And as you can see, I put some purple lights in there. Let me turn out the lights for a second. And there's Oogie Boogie with the purple lights. So, yeah, it's okay. It looks decent. It's kind of dim. But for Halloween, you know, you want that creepy effect. And there's Oogie Boogie with the push button lamp. Again, from the dollar store, which is very bright. So it does look good. A little too bright if you ask me. But it should be interesting. See how that turns out. I'm going to put it in the other one so you can see as well. There's that one with the scary face. And the little smiley face with that bright light again. And then my little Frankenstein benefits the most with the bright light because the holes are so small. So it would look real good. I mean, maybe we can make it a redder color or something. I don't know. I'll see what I can do. Again, just messing around here. Put the purple lights in there and the face, and still have the bright one for the Frankenstein. The camera's trying to adjust accordingly, so probably the best I'm going to get it with this video. Okay, well, that's all I have to say regarding my little lanterns here. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you benefit from it. Do it at your own risk, of course. I'm putting that in because sometimes there's people that cut something, do something stupid, and then they'll try to blame the creator of the video. So I'm just letting you do it at your own risk, whatever instructions you chose, especially from me. So anyways, practice and try it out. Maybe yours will come out better, and maybe you'll be able to sell them online too. I'm just doing this for my fun of it and just for a few decorations around my house, but maybe I'll try do some finer wood as well. So if nothing else, have a happy Halloween.